So we've had a year of 1896 from the 15th of August, and my main point I want to start with this is, and emphasise this, is this is not a hit piece. Like, I'm going to talk about the bads, the goods and the ugly. And I don't want it to generate massive amount of hate in the game, the company, most importantly the devs and the players. You know, we're a community, we can have fun with it. But when I was starting writing it, I was going back and forth if I was a person to do it. And I eventually thought, fuck it, I'm going to do it, and see what happens. As I kind of go on, I'm going to kind of go over my CV for the game, and as cringe as I find it, we're going 5,000 hours in the game, my opinion better. Like, I'm going to say how many hours ago and just have an idea. But as I'm writing this, and I started writing this script, I had about 1,078 hours in the game. That was majority over a year and a half, I would say. I streamed it on Twitch, made YouTube videos. The 330 following I've got on Twitch was generated in about a year, I think, a year and a half. A good chunk of that came from a shout out from Rakta. If you've ever seen the Star Shell Trio video of his, that's me and my friends. And he gave us a raid that helped out. I've actually got a review of how me and my mates shenanigans on the game, which was like done as a positive. We'd convinced another trio to join us to melee charge the bounty team. We all died, but they got in, got the bounty and got out, and like, fucking good experience. I lost a lot of hunters and hunt streamers as well, and all that jazz. With the launch of 1896, it came with an updated engine, and that was like the big positive of it. Like, change the game, save the game. In reality, it just made it easier to develop on, is my understanding. I'm not a game dev, so I believe that's what it is. We went from, in-game lore, we went from 1895 to 1896. So it was 6 years IRL time for 1 year in the game. So we're like dogs to the game in terms of aging, if that makes sense. Makes sense in my head. But the main point is, they absolutely fucked it when they released it. It was an early beta test, and that's been generous calling that. We lost massive amounts of content with the launch. Okay, it launched with one new map, Mammoth Gulf. So we moved from the bayou to the mountains in Colorado. One thing to do right, I can always say, is the map design is always just on point. It's really good, and the map's good. It's not my favourite out of the lot of them, but it's good. It's a welcome change. It just was a fucking brave move to launch with one map. But we lost not just maps, we lost like weapon and hunter skins. There was the 3 maps, weather conditions such as storm and fog, and Rotjaw was removed from the game as well. As I say, they launched with one map, which definitely added to Burnout, which was a really odd move to go for. You know, and new players that came to the game at the time didn't get to experience like true hunt, in the sense of like being in the swamps and the bayou till later down in the first patches when they released still water. So yeah, but with it launching, there was some serious issues on the launch, and I'm going to go through them. The first one is the UI. The UI was seriously bad. Like it was like something like you would get on a streaming service. It was just fucking terrible. Being a new player, like your first experience with the game is that, you'd be like, fuck, I'm fucking refunding that. It's got better now, but it was seriously horseshit, and I fuck knows why I got into the release. Optimization went out the window, like so badly some people became unplayable. It's got better now, but still no great to release it in that state. I believe they also dropped support for PS4, which isn't great, because like gaming's only getting more expensive as it is, and then dropping support for a console, which I understand is 10 years old, is a ball buster. You know, like Fortnite's still on PS4, but you know they can't get that. The bugs and glitches were bad. Like, I'm not going to go into fucking all of them, but the main one that always stuck to me was the game would possibly crash when you opened your menu when the banish started, which I found fucking amazing that it got into the release, because when the bounty gets banished and you check your map to see what it is so you can go fucking towards it, and your game crashes. Luckily your guy will start walking in the direction you're going, so when you come back in you might be dead or there, but fuck knows how that got in. The one thing, like, with these issues, with it launching, like, I'm grateful for them releasing it as free. They just updated the game. They could have easily just relaunched the game and went, Hunt Showdown 2, fuck you, long time. But they updated the game instead. That was appreciated. It just was in a fucking terrible state. But it's good that they released it free and not done like a Cullen 2 where it was just a shit game. They also added bullet drop in this update, which when I first started playing I found it weird it wasn't in the game. But it's weird that they added it now. You know, it's nothing like, it's no put me off or changing the game, like I'm neutral about it. I just find it weird that it was a decision to be added rather than sort of other things. They added bullet drop. They came out, it hit its highest peak player count of 100,000 players. People were buzzing about it and fucking severely disappointed. But the fucking issue with the, like, when they launched in such a bad state, they had time to make a fucking battle pass, which was Scorched Earth, which the content wasn't bad. We got a new wild bounty, the Hellborn, which is a big fucking emulator on steroids. But that's fine, but it's like the battle pass went with it, the time went into making it, and it's just like, it's a bit fucking poor show that they added it and didn't fix the game as such. So as the weeks went on, there was patches, fixed things, changed things, balanced things, the typical kind of things. I'm not going to every patch now because I'd be here all day. Our first big one was on the 18th of September, and we got a big content drop, and we got one of the original maps back, the Stillwater Bayou, which is my favourite map out of them all. It's not my favourite map, I love that map. But we throw back about it was, I had a challenge with one of my viewers. I had to jump off the Blanchett Tower 360 penny down or something. I never actually managed to do it. I got close a few times, but I never actually managed to do it, so hopefully I maybe get back into it. As that went on, so that was September, we went into October, we then got the Halloween event. I played a little bit of this. I remember smashing pumpkins and mucking about with like the bomb lance harpoon and stuff that got added. I'm not going massively into it because it's just a seasonal event. It doesn't change a mass things. It's just like, oh, there's a month of Halloween. The next big patch we got was the Post Malone event, the Murder Circus. So after the Halloween event, we got a bit. Our next big content was the Post Malone Murder Circus. I avoided this event and seen it just due to burnout. I just wasn't enjoying the game. I was like, I'm just gonna step away from it. I avoided the event for like 3 main reasons. I didn't agree with the event, like the celebrity collab. I like Post Malone. I like his music. I just didn't agree with the obvious cash grab of it. I saw there was a trait that increased hip fire, actually, in fanning and levering, and I'm not a fan of it. Like, I predominantly play melee. So like fan is my worst enemy, but then if you have it so you can just snipe cunts with the hip, it's like, what you doing? Like, come on to fuck. As I said, serious burnout. Still watched streamers and kept an eye on it. So I'm not going to bag things to say about it. Like, firstly, like, Big Mad Circus, the Big Mad Circus owner, being added to the game is a pretty good idea, and then having like the circus as like a point of interest on the map that spawns. That's cool. That's interesting. That's changed the pace, and it's a new area on the map. It's cool. It's a circus. They added a mini boss to the circus. The bear, Ursa Mortis, big mutated bear, which I thought, that's cool. New enemy. Can't go wrong with that. He's now been added to the game as a regular enemy. Like, roams like the forests and like between compounds and stuff like that. He's like a meathead. And he'll drop like a trait and stuff like that. The hunters and the skins were cool. They're just like circus themed, like whites and reds and bean doolally and this and that. The 2 gripes I had with what they added was a silenced crag. Like, we didn't need a long ammo bolt action because the Vetterly silencer exists for medium ammo. So and they had a spark silencer. I think they added it because it was Post Malone's favourite weapon. I remember in an interview with him, like, he said it was his favourite weapon. Like, the Krag was good, we didn't need a silencer. Silence ammo is now gutted, and it's not as good, so they just fucked the balance. The Shredder, like, it's like, that's cool. Like, I love like unique weapons getting added. Like, I love the bomb lance and stuff like that. And like, the Shredder was like a weapon you found in the Circus and you use event points, but it was fucking ridiculously overpowered. You could bounce off a wall and it would, like, fucking homing missile onto somebody, like a fucking Predator missile, and kill them. And then it got frag things as well. Bleed is a pain in the tits it is, and making a frag makes you bleed like fuck. Like that's just fucking shit. One of the saddest things about this kind of time going on was the Crytek released a statement. They were stopping all development on other products and games like Crysis 4, and they had to let go 15% of their 400 employees, which is 60 employees. They then had money to do this Post Malone cash grab. I can't imagine being cheap. Like, I don't know how financing works much for a business, but like, if I was sitting at work and then like, oh god, we're doing a fucking collab with Post Malone, like, oh that's cool, that's minted, and we get to meet him. Oh no mate, you're sacked. A little bit of the video is just me wanting to talk about the kind of balancing of the game and how they come at it. And the phrase Psycho Ghost used is that they come at it with a sledgehammer. And they do. They fucking come at it hard, fast, smash the place up, and fucking, without even saying goodbye or hello. And I think a few instances in recent memory that they've done is like the burn rate for when you're downed. You burned out so quickly, like, and you couldn't get to them, into like your teammates in time. They gutted silenced weapons because they made the Krag long ammo silencer and the Maillard sniper silencer as well. They gutted them. The revive bolt as well, like that was so fucked they had to remove it from the game. Like, they spent time developing and making that, and they've now removed it, and like, for nothing. The other two things won't get removed or changed because they sell skins for it, so they can't get rid of it, and if they do refund it, get rid of it, they have to refund the skins, and that's loss of money. So that is it. They two are here to stay. It's unfortunate the whole weapon class had to get gutted for it. But that's my thoughts on that wee bit. Like, it is true, the balancing came out with a sledgehammer. This little bit is not like kind of going down a timeline of it, it's just like I'm going to talk about like the battle passes, even gripes about the ones before 1896. And it's the thing with battle passes is that they're just a staple in the modern gaming industry now. They're here to stay, they're going to be here, and it was inevitable Hunt was eventually going to go down this route for it, because the moneymaker, people buy it. I've bought a few because I liked the game. They were good when Hunt came, and they came to Hunt because they mixed up the gameplay. They changed things, like Inferno came out, the map was ablaze sometimes, you got cool traits that were still about for a little while, and they added new weapons, and like skins I'm not arsed about, like new weapon stuff, so new content, you can't complain about it. As I said before, the balance is fucked on them because one event like would come in and one trait would just dominate it. It'd be silly not to take that one unless you're doing something else. The kind of quality of the battle passes declined over it. I think like my favourite was Inferno, and then I think kind of the best line we had was like the Tide of insert name trio. Like the three we had was fun. Like Tide of Shadows, it was Tide of Desolation was the last one, I can't remember the next one, like the middle one. But they were good, and then but like as they were going on, the quality stuff was getting less. You were getting less of premium in it. You got fucking stories in it. It's like a part of it, which I get why they added, but it just was like a fucking waste of a slot. It's just to bulk out, so I hit 50. And like my biggest gripe with it was an event would come out, would end, and there was barely any time between them for like vanilla Hunt. Like just to play the game normally, not to have like fucking things blown out, just plain old generic hunt, no mental traits, just like I would like to be a longer gap between them, but it's not going to happen because it makes them money, and the company's in rag as it is financially, it's just going to keep happening because hunt is a money maker now. Kinda after this event, I didn't touch the game much. Played maybe once a few times a week, then decided to uninstall the game for a bit. So I just wasn't enjoying playing it. It was a constant complaining fest for me. And I played Hunt for fun, and it stopped being fun, so there's no point trying to force myself through it. I've had a class time with Hunt. I've met some good people online and friends I've still chat to now and play other games with. I've had so many funny moments, and try to force myself to get through this point where I wasn't enjoying it. Didn't want to taint those memories I had of it. Like, it was become bitter and hateful enjoying the Reddit hate mob, or just step back and play other things, because there's loads of other games I got to play out there. The next time I played it before this was the 16th of February. So I had a good few months off it. I missed Garden the Witch. I didn't look into it at all. I had no idea what it was about. I'm not going to comment on anything because I know nothing about it. Like, at least we Murder Circus, I watched streamers, my pal played it, I spoke to him about it, and I kept my kind of toe in it as such, but I didn't do it, so I'm not going to comment on it. So if you've stuck out this long, this is the outro for the video. So thanks for watching. And just to emphasize, like, the game is fun. It's not as fun for me as it was pre-1896. I still can get a bit of fun out of it now. They have improved things over the year. Like, all the maps are back in now, and they're now adding the weather elements back again, like the fire, the rain and fog. But I think the developers and the company need to earn the trust of the community and the players back. People are rightfully griping about it, which understandably, because one, they fucked up this big launch. They released it in like fucking beta stage, as I said before, like, and that's been generous. And then they fucked up the launch of Judgment of the Fool event. And like, they do these fuck ups, there's no communication, it's like, there's things they need to improve on. And I think what saves the game is it's so niche. There's things like hunger coming out which might challenge it, might make them get their finger out, or it might be the killing blow for the game. But the developers are trying, and they are improving it. Can't take that away from it. It is getting better, but there's some things where they keep dropping the ball, which can't be happening because it's people's time and money that's being lost and wasted when these things happen. But it's not all bad. As I said, it's fun. If you find it fucking best game ever in the current state, it's fun. That's up to you. That's you. I'm just a random cunt on the internet. It's talking my opinions. Fun's subjective. You know, I'm not going to tell you to go have... You can't have fun. This is for this and that. Enjoying it, you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it again. And I think that's what matters. It's getting better. But anyway, I stream on Twitch as well. I'm getting back into that over on Resistance_Edge. You can catch me there. I'll look to be streaming Hunt again, getting back into it. And a few other things as well. And yeah, so if you want to catch me, I'll see you there. But thanks for joining me, folks. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.